Everyone, I'm here to answer the much fussed about questions doing the rounds in the internet over and over again after the release of the ChatGPT 4.0. And the question is whether or not AI or generative AI or large language model like ChatGPT and Bard is going to replace jobs for the data analysts in the near future, down the line or not. So the answer to this question is yes or no both. Now let me explain why it is in and why it is no. But before we get into the nitty-gritties of those, let me just talk about and give you a heads up of what's new in the ChatGPT 4.0 release. So ChatGPT 4.0 release comes with an awesome functionality and the capability of the code editor, which was basically the 3.5. And now with this new capabilities, you can even upload the data sets rather than copying and pasting as prior compared to the prior version, wherein you can upload the data sets, even download the data sets, and then once you upload the data sets, the AI can build a beautiful insights for you along with the customizations, coloring scheme and theme and stuff like that. So whatever I failed, and I happen to see that the charts and visualization which it generated was really meaningful, insightful for a day-to-day life. Not only that, even I tried a couple of transformation steps which a normal data analyst does in his or her day-to-day life, like cleansing and sorting, grouping, and handling nulls, duplications, redundant values, stuff like that. And it was beautifully able to handle that in an astounding way. And that was an amazing thing which I happened to see in the latest release of the ChatGPT 4.0. Now, the questions is whether it is going to impact the roles and responsibilities of data analysts. Then yes, for those data analysts who are basically doing a monotonous, repetitive work, like with a predefined set of steps every day. For example, I am. Let's consider you are a financial data analyst, and then you are supposed to generate daily sales or weekly sales report, which consists of a repetitive task every day, like running some SQL or reading the data from spreadsheets and CSVs, and and then again executing certain predefined steps for the cleansing, and then uploading the dashboards to the for the management or leadership team, right? So that's a predefined, monotonous, repetitive work. Please be mindful of these words: predefined, monotonous, repetitive works. These are the responsibilities or the roles which data analysts are playing right now are sure shot to be replaced by generative AI in the near future, because they are, of course, can be well automated without much human interventions. But how about the data analysts who are smart data analysts? I would call them data analyst 2.0, right? So those smart data analysts, they differentiate themselves from the normal data analyst by a couple of things which they can do differently. For example, number one, the creative thinking, right, and the creative critical thinking, then the complex problem solving, then the data domain knowledge, right? So these are the couple of things which I think that differentiates a smart business analyst from a normal business analyst, right? So I think that right now the current state of the generative AI is not able to handle the critical thinking, which adds value to the business, and also a data domain knowledge and expertise which is aligned with the business goals and business values, right? So those are the things where we can excel, and a smart data business analyst can actually leverage AI to optimize his or her productivity, time to market, time to develop, and come up with more innovative and critical solutions, right? So for the business to add value to the data. So that's how I said, though those responsibilities and role will continue to grow even if the AI is there. So better upskill yourself, learn, keep learning, and and that's it from my end. Thank you for listening to me.